All right, welcome to the explainer. So, in the world of AI coding assistants, there are two names you hear everywhere right now: Claude and Grok. And today, we're going to dig into what really makes them tick and why they're so different.
Yeah, we're putting these two heavyweights, that's Anthropic's Claude and xAI's Grok, head to head. The goal here is pretty simple: help you figure out which one is the right coding partner for what you're trying to build.
But look, this isn't just about declaring one a winner. It's way more interesting than that. We're going to explore how their designs are just fundamentally different, right down to their core philosophies. And you'll see how that makes them perfect for completely different kinds of projects and even different kinds of developers. So let's get right into it. What really makes these two AIs so different? Well, it all boils down to their core philosophies. Think of it as safety versus truth-seeking. And right here, this is the fundamental split. On one side, you've got Claude. It's built on something called a constitutional framework. The goal? To be helpful, harmless, and honest, always. Think of it as the AI that took an oath. Then you have Grok. Its mission is totally different: to be maximally truth-seeking. It's all about raw reasoning and getting the most up-to-the-minute, unfiltered information out there. So you might be thinking, constitutional AI. What does that actually mean when I'm just trying to write some code? Well, in this world, harm isn't some abstract concept. It means bugs, it means security holes, it means writing spaghetti code that no one can maintain. So for Claude, it's all about building stable, reliable software from the get-go.
Now, there's a flip side to this safety-first approach. It's something people call the alignment tax. Early on, Claude could be, well, a little too cautious. You could ask it a totally normal command like this one: kill all Python processes, and it might refuse because it sounds, a little violent. They've gotten a lot better and more nuanced for sure, but it just goes to show you how deep that safety-first principle runs in its DNA.
Grok, on the other hand, comes at things from a totally different angle. It uses what's known as a mixture of experts architecture. The best way to think about this is like having a huge team of specialized consultants on call. When you ask Grok a question, it doesn't try to solve it with one giant brain. Instead, it instantly calls up only the specific experts needed for that one task. This makes it incredibly fast and super efficient, especially for raw, logical problem solving.
And here's the bottom line: these different philosophies create two totally distinct AI personas. You've got Claude, who's like that meticulous senior architect on your team, the one who triple checks everything, worries about long-term maintainability, and prioritizes stability above all else. And then you have Grok. Grok is the brilliant, maybe a little reckless, high-velocity innovator. It's all about speed, using the latest tools and getting that cutting-edge solution out the door now.
Okay, philosophy is great, but talk is cheap, right? How do these two actually stack up when the rubber meets the road? Let's dive into the numbers and see what the benchmarks say. First up, we've got SWE-bench, and this one is super important because it's not some abstract test. It's designed to see if an AI can solve real issues from GitHub in big, messy, real-world code bases. And what do we see? Well, they're basically neck and neck. Both of them are absolutely top of the line for the kind of practical, everyday coding problems developers face. But then we switch gears to pure mathematical reasoning. And this is where things get really interesting. We're looking at the AME here, which is a seriously tough math competition. And Grok? It gets a perfect score, 100%. This isn't just a slight edge, it's total dominance. And it really points to Grok having a superior engine for abstract logical thinking. So when you put all the benchmarks side by side, a really clear pattern starts to show up. For basic code generation, hey, they're both amazing. It's almost a wash. But you can see their specializations. Claude is the master of navigating the messy, practical reality of software engineering. Grok, however, absolutely crushes it when it comes to pure, abstract, first principles reasoning and scientific problem solving. Benchmarks are one thing, but they don't tell the whole story, because each of these models has a secret weapon, a unique superpower that really sets it apart. And it boils down to a battle of context versus currency. Let's start with Claude. Its superpower is just size. A massive 1 million token context window. Now, what does that mean? It means you can feed it something like 750,000 words of text. Or, more importantly for us, you can give it your entire application source code, and it can hold all of that in its mind at once. It's a total game changer. So what does this mega context actually let you do? Well, think about it. You can tackle huge, scary refactoring projects safely. You can onboard a new developer onto a complex system and they can be productive in hours, not weeks. Or you can hunt down those nightmare bugs, the ones that weave their way through dozens of files because Claude can see the whole system at once. It's purpose-built for tackling deep internal complexity. Okay, now let's flip over to Grok. Its superpower is the complete opposite. It's not about how much it knows from the past, it's about what's happening right now. Thanks to its direct, real-time pipeline into the X platform, Grok has access to information that is literally seconds old. And this makes Grok your go-to for anything that moves fast. A hot new JavaScript library just dropped an hour ago? Grok can help you with it. A major API just announced a breaking change on their feed? Grok can help you analyze the impact on your code immediately. It's all about keeping up with the insane velocity of the outside world. So this sets up a really clear strategic choice. You have to ask yourself, what is my biggest headache right now? Is it trying to understand and manage our own massive legacy code base? That's internal complexity. You want Claude. Or is it trying to keep up with the constant, blistering pace of new technologies and trends? That's external velocity. You want Grok. Okay, so let's bring this all home. After looking at philosophy, performance, and superpowers, what's the final verdict? Which AI should you be using? Well, it really depends on who you are and what you're doing. If you're an enterprise architect trying to manage a huge mission-critical system, Claude is a no-brainer. It's built for that. But if you're an innovator at a startup where speed is everything, Grok is going to give you that critical edge. And for the individual developer just trying to get stuff done, honestly, the best answer is probably a hybrid approach. Use Claude for the deep dives and refactoring, and use Grok for quick prototypes and exploring the new hotness. So you see, it's not about saying one is better than the other. It's about alignment. It's about picking the right tool for the job. Do you need that stable senior architect? Or do you need the brilliant, fast-moving innovator? And this table just lays it all out, right? You can draw a straight line from their core philosophy to their unique strengths, to their killer superpower, all the way to who should be using them. It's a fantastic example of how we're seeing real specialization emerge in the AI world. And you know, what this really tells us is that the future of being a great developer probably isn't about picking one AI and sticking with it forever. It's going to be about building a toolkit, about becoming a master of wielding a whole suite of specialized agents and knowing exactly which one to pull out for which problem. Which leaves us with one last big question to chew on. Is the future of code a world full of specialized collaborators like these two, or are we just on the path to a single, universal superbrain that can simply do everything? It's a fascinating thought.